that I had a rash. We found out what the rash was, but at the end of December. But in between time, I was itching like crazy from the rash. Had no idea what it was. Everyone was like, it's hives, it's chicken pox, no matter where I went. So finally I went to a dermatologist, but before then, ish hit the fan. So I think it was the 27th of the 10th of December, I went to the ER for a number of things. Then on the 21st, I got a swab done and they said that I had an infection. I got the results back, I believe the 27th because of the holiday, and they sent their recommended dosage for the recommended medication for my infection. So it was ciprofloxacin. The first day I took the ciprofloxacin was I had nausea and like some twitching in my joints. It felt very weird, but you know, I chalked it up to me not eating, although I did end up in the ER because it was making me feel strange, and they gave me a different medication. I just felt like, oh, well, I didn't eat, maybe that was the issue, and so I continued on with the ciprofloxacin because I didn't want to mix them, because they obviously didn't tell me, like, is it okay to mix? They left out a lot of pertinent information. Day 2 of ciprofloxacin, so I had 1 day off of it. They gave me a shot. I never remember the name, but it begins with a D. I had a relief. That was the 28th. I felt great, amazing, like my normal self. The 29th and 30th, I continued with the ciprofloxacin, and those 2 days, like, things were crazy. So I started feeling a lot of nerve pain, burning throughout my body, a lot of pressure, the chills, really, really bad. It is now the 11th of January, and I'm still feeling those effects from the medication. I went to the ER on the 27th, the 3rd of January, and the 6th of January. The first 3 visits were to the same hospital, and each time I went, I got different diagnosis and different medications. So each time they said something totally different and gave me something totally different. I filled all these prescriptions, but I didn't take them because I was too scared, because I already had Cipro in my system and it was making me really, really nervous. And so I was like, I don't want to be mixing that, because Cipro by itself makes me feel like I'm dying. I ended up going online to see like if other people were having these effects to Cipro, and they were. Like, a lot of people suffered permanent damage from taking this medication, and that's what I'm pretty nervous about. I haven't felt like myself since then, and it's been really rough, you know, on my family and everybody to watch me, because what I basically do all day is I'm in pain and I'm crying. I don't want to cry right now, but yeah, it's taken a lot out of me. I have not ever been a sick person, but when I do get sick, I get really sick. So right now I'm still dealing with nerve pain at night mostly. It prohibits me from sleeping. So I stay up most of the night feeling like someone's pouring acid down my body, and this is all from one medication. I don't know. You know, my mom's like, oh, get a lawsuit. I heard that you can't sue people that, sue drug companies that are, what are they called? Generic brands. You can only sue the real brand, so I took the generic brand. All I know is I warned everybody in my family and told them, and I'm telling you as well, like, if they tell you to take Cipro, they do have really crazy side effects. I'm sure some people had taken it and not had any side effects, but if you can avoid taking the medication, I would. So since then, I hadn't vlogged, I haven't done anything. I'm pretty much in pain and crying and suffering because no one knows what's wrong with me, and no one believes me that it was the Cipro that started all this. Yeah, many of you probably came from her channel, and so you know the type of person that I am on a regular basis. When you see me in her vlogs, I haven't been like that in a while. I've been different. I'm depressed a lot now because I don't feel good ever. Like, I don't. I've been trying to get out, so I go with Kymana and we go places together, but these four fingers on both hands, they end up turning bright red and then a burning sensation. It's very strange. On Monday, which is the 14th of January, I have an appointment with a primary care, because that was the whole problem why I kept going to the ER, is because I didn't have a primary care doctor. And so I have an appointment on the 14th, and hopefully they can help me. I don't know, you know, at this point I feel very helpless, just because it's been like almost 2 weeks of excruciating pain and unhappiness and depression. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like those pills made me suicidal. So for those days that I was on it, it was rough. It was very, very rough. And it didn't make me feel, you know, like I didn't know where that feeling was coming from. I had no idea, but it kept coming back to me. At least that side effect kind of subsided, you know, but the rest of it is still there. I don't know if you could tell, it's a little red on my hands. That side effect, you know, has subsided for the most part, but the rest of the stuff is just still there, which makes me feel like I don't know if it's something more, if something happened, did it affect, you know, they're talking all kinds of stuff online. They have a group, it's called the Floxies, and these are people that took ciprofloxacin and things in that flaxin family. So a lot of people have gone through so much, and they're talking years of like, oh, it took them years to bounce back, and doctors weren't very helpful. And I feel that way already, you know, with all my ER visits and stuff. I feel like they're not very helpful. They're just, you know, like, let me give you this and send you home, and let me give you that. And it's making me want to go back to San Diego and get my old medical insurance back and go to my doctors, because out here I'm just feeling like they don't care. Their ERs run different than what I'm used to in California, like with Kaiser. I don't know if any of y'all got Kaiser, but appreciate it. If you have a problem and, you know, they need a specialist, they bring that specialist to the ER. I was admitted it's like 2 years ago, almost a year and a half ago, and for a breathing issue, because it turns out I was allergic to cigarette smoke. Well, nobody knew what was wrong with me then, and you know, my blood pressure was sky high. And when I got admitted, I was able to see a cardiologist and everyone else within the hospital. Here you have to go everywhere, different places, and it's different for me, it's different for my family. So we're just trying to like learn how to do this, navigate this new insurance, which is definitely hard. Yeah, you can see my ear. I could tell it was burning right now, and you can see how red it is. They're two different colors, so it's burning. I have to document this even for my doctor, you know. This side's normal, this side is not. So I don't know, guess I'll update like when I know something, but for right now I'm in the same position I started in, with nothing, no news, no nothing. So I don't know if there's a blood test. Right now it's looking like peripheral neuropathy, where your nerves are damaged or something. I don't know if that's permanent. It sounds very permanent, but I don't know if it's permanent. I'm hoping not. People online, the Floxy group, they tell you like what supplements to take and what to take for these situations. So dog outside or something, they tell you what to take. So they recommended magnesium, which I had because my grandma she recommended I take it for my headaches, so I had some magnesium. It's not liquid, but it is the pill form. And they also suggested, I can't remember the other things, but I started taking my probiotic like right after everything happened. And then I had this like excruciating, like dry mouth, where no matter how much water I drank, my mouth would be dry, and my tongue is white because of it. Like, it's so dry. I don't hear my dog anymore. Huh. Then there was the shakes, the chills, all kinds of stuff. If I don't know if you guys know this or not about me, but I treat normally, like naturally. So during the time that no one knew what was wrong with me, I was taking apple cider vinegar as my antibiotic, and things seemed like they were going okay. I didn't have all these other symptoms, but once I introduced the Western medicine, that's when things changed for me, and I regret every minute of it. I wish I could go back in time and not have taken this pill, and you know, just trusted in my holistic approach and left it like that. I was treating it, even though the itching was like super unbearable with the rash, and I honestly had thought like all this stuff after was related to my rash, until we looked at, like, when we find out what the rash was, and it was like, now we know for sure it's not the rash, because the rash, for 50% of the people, 50% of the people, it doesn't itch. Guess which percentage I am? The other one. But it wasn't related to the rash, so it's definitely the medication. My doctor, I'm gonna have to fight them tooth and nail for them to believe that this happened with the medication. But yeah, as soon as I can update you guys with anything, as soon as I can update myself. What?
Yeah, and the door was wide open, his wolf was gone.
I just said to the, I was like, I don't hear my dog anymore. Holy crap.
He was fighting with other dogs.
Wait, he was fighting?
Well, I think the dogs are behind the gate. And...
Was it across the street?
Yeah.
He was with those ones that he's always with. Holy crap. Thank God you came out. He didn't run very far.
Yeah.
How'd you get him back?
He just came, like, I just kept running around with him until I ran like in the house.
You ran in the house and then he came?
Yeah, I ran around with him because he wouldn't follow me immediately. I had to run around a lot to get back inside. And there were rocks to my feet hurt.
Oh dang, thank God. That's crazy. So y'all heard that story, Todd.
He also peed like, on the bowl or something.
This dog, this is his first time running out here, so we're doing pretty good for what, 6 months here? Oh no, it's his second time. When we first got here, he ran out the hotel.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, so this is his second time. This dog is something else. But I was like, I don't hear my dog anymore. And I said it on here, and then I was like, I should have checked then. Like, that should have been, you know, I hear these dogs barking outside. I'm like, that's not my dog. But then I didn't hear him barking in here. That should have been an indication. Well, you got your exercise today.
Is the candy on the counter mine?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So, I guess as soon as I know something, you'll know something. I'm excited to know something. My husband's thinking I should go to neuro, which I'm thinking too, at least as a start, because they've done all my labs. Everything came back normal for the most part, except for some red blood cells and some white blood cells. But yeah, I know I don't feel normal, and right now, like, I feel the burning sensation right here, and then usually it moves to my feet, and that's weird, right? So I mean, I hope that heeded as a warning, that, you know, be careful what you take. And if you feel weird, like, I should have trusted my first instinct and not taken the medicine anymore, and I kept taking it. So trust your first instincts. If you feel weird after you start a medication, request another one, and do not, like, keep taking the medication, because you know your body, you know, and even though you go to the doctors, they don't know exactly how you feel. They're not in your body to know how you feel. They don't understand what you're going through and how you're feeling. So make sure you just trust yourself, and that's all I can say, you know, I guess. So thank you guys for listening. You could have been anywhere in this YouTubeverse and you chose to come here, so I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is it for now. I hope I can update with really good news. I'm not feeling optimistic though, so yeah, have a great day and bye.